Welcome to Ordinary Effort, where a bunch of random fans get some random baseball players and try not to biff the grid. I'm Mike here with my buddy Josh. We are looking at Immaculate Grid 943. And Josh, before we get started on this, at the time of this recording, we had just passed our 2-year anniversary of our official public launch on Instagram and on YouTube, which is absolutely crazy to
Yeah,
just say that out loud.
yeah, it's wild. I mean, I know it to some it may seem like a tiny milestone, but I mean, Mike, when we thought about starting this, like, I don't think we had any like
Zero.
aspirations of zero
Zero
expectations. Like,
expectations.
I think we would joke like, oh yeah, maybe like a few people in our circle will enjoy it or whatnot. We'll just like do it, whatever. And
Yeah.
it's just been incredible, like how people have like grabbed onto it, taught us a bunch of guys to put on the grid. I mean, it just feels like a whole community in which, I mean, yeah, probably speak for both of us, just super grateful for it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, what else? Feel free to cut me
Yeah,
off. Like, yeah,
I mean, yeah, no, just like I know that we like early on we kind of joked like we'll do this as long as it's fun for us, whether it's getting any traction or not. And I don't think I mean, at this point, we have the Discord server where people, I know we've said this on these episodes before, but like people are playing grids multiple times a day throughout the day. So if you're on your lunch break, people are probably playing a grid and you can jump in and play a box with them.
yeah,
We have the Grid League, which is in progress, our third season, where I think we have what do we have 16 teams this season?
yeah, we
Where
do. Yeah,
every week we have teams of three, and it's we play a different grid with a different theme each week. So I, none of that was on the radar, and the fact that it exists at all is amazing. And yeah, like you said, shout out to all the people who are part of that community. A lot of really cool people we've come to know along the way, and so thank you all who have been
yeah.
part of this so far, and we'll see where year three takes us.
Yeah. I think and one final thing I want to add to is like thanks to anyone who's been a guest because that was totally
Yes.
not anything we had on our radar when we started this that we would even have other people come on and grid with us. And I don't even want to name names because I'll forget someone because we've had a lot of guests come on and we even have been talking lately about a few for this year coming up. So
Yep.
but just like the magnitude of just people in the podcast community and the baseball community, people who write professionally for a living about baseball. I mean, it's just like the fact that people have taken their time to come on with us and then it also exposed us to them and their following has been just like
Re-
the baseball community has just been awesome. So
Relatives of Hall of Fame players
yeah,
from a long
yeah,
time.
good
Like, I
point.
mean,
Yeah.
the only
Yeah.
thing, I mean, I think one goal that would be really cool
Oh,
is if we
yeah.
can get either a
Oh, yeah.
former or current major leaguer. That would
Yeah.
be pretty
That's on the
awesome.
2026 vision board.
Right, right. But I mean, hey,
Yeah.
wherever this goes,
Yeah.
this has been such a fun ride so far.
Yeah.
So, and still going strong with these grids.
Yeah. Well, on that note,
Uh,
let's do this grid. We've got grid 943. It's a really fun one, it looks like. So it's sub 3 ERA, which is probably one of my favorite boxes for the season. And then Twins, Mets, and then going across, we have Mariners, White Sox, and the only one team box. I think only one team and sub 3 ERA are like my
that's a
two of my
fun one.
favorite
Yeah.
categories. So to have them on one grid, just like I'm in. Mike, where do you want to start?
So I'll be honest with you. When we were kind of when you were pitching grids to do for this episode, the only box I saw when you sent this one to me was the Mets Mariners box, and I said I'm
I
in.
know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, if you've been with us at any point during these 2 years, you may know where this is going. But let's start us off with.
We're gonna run out of photos of this guy. Like,
Right,
I mean,
I've already run out of photos. I don't think I've come across a single picture of this guy on the
oh
Mariners.
man.
I might have to reuse a Mets picture or ask AI to
Oh,
generate something. I don't know. Or if you know this guy and
yeah.
have a picture of him on the Mariners, please send it our way so I could use it for the graphics. But if you know, you know. If you don't, welcome to Ordinary Effort, where we like to use Blast Minor
Oh
for
yeah.
the Mets Mariners box. He was also an Astro and a Pirate. Anytime I see an intersection of those two teams, I get really excited. I don't
No, we don't need to
usually,
discuss it.
right. Most of the time we're open for a discussion, but this is the Blast Miner box at
Oh, nice.
0.04%, starting with a hidden gem.
Blast, if you're
Okay.
watching, send us some photos.
Oh,
If anyone
please.
from the Miner family is watching, nothing but respect for Blast. He's like our number one guy at this point. So,
He's up there.
um, all right, love it.
So I've given very little thought to any of these other boxes. So if there's something that's jumping out to
well,
you,
I've actually got a guy that I think you and I have like a connection with from our fantasy days. I think it was a
okay.
guy either like we were both eyeing, you were eyeing. We talked about him for sure. I'm
Okay.
looking at Seattle sub 3 ERA season. And it's like I said, it's a guy we've talked about before. Do you remember Penn Murphy?
Oh, I
Um,
do remember Penn Murphy. I didn't think that's where you were going,
so
but yeah,
what were
I
you, what
do.
did you think actually?
I thought you were gonna say, well, and so okay, I don't know if he pitched to a sub three
Fair,
ERA, so I
fair.
don't know if he would have worked, but and maybe this is why I'm thinking of him too, because he also pitched for the White Sox, but I was thinking Gregory Santos, who I feel like we've also
Oh,
talked about,
we have, yeah. I mean, to be
but
fair, you are the commissioner of a 16 team league, so we talk about a lot of guys.
yeah,
But
that's true.
Penn Murphy, I was on his page recently because I think in one of our Teammaculates I used him, and I think I know he has sub 3 ERA with the Mariners. He actually pitched for. I think another team, it might even be the White Sox. Anyway,
Okay.
he worked for this box, sub 3 ERA Mariners. I think he'll be, I mean, fairly rare. Yeah, anyway, that's my poll if you're okay with it.
I'm more than okay with it. Let's use it. Penn Murphy
Nice.
0.08%, another
Okay.
hidden gem. And you're
Very
right, he is in the White
nice.
Sox hat, so
Yeah,
that's a good shout
nice.
there. Let's see. Do we want to finish the column or do we want to jump around a little bit and get something different on the board here?
Let's finish the column. It feels like
Okay.
aesthetically pleasing a little bit.
All right.
Mariners, Twins.
So this I think is an Eddie Guardado box.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, this is a Carlos Santana box
Oh
also,
yeah,
but I feel like I don't know why specifically Carlos Santana, but I feel like we used him a couple times early on, and ever
we
since
did.
then we're like,
Yeah,
let's try not to use Carlos Santana,
yeah.
but he does work
But he's
here
there for us
also.
if we need him. Yeah, I think
Yeah, yeah.
Guardado's a good shout too. Another guy we've used, and he's a little bit of a grid hack, but Mike Morgan.
All right,
Seattle's
all
probably
right.
one of his more common teams. Minnesota's one of his like 1 year stops, so it could be decently okay.
So there's another guy here that we were talking about the fantasy league a minute ago. The guy that I kept I guess it was two seasons ago after he was a former Twin, former Mariner, and then he signed a 2-year deal with the Rangers. And he
Okay.
hit like 20 something home runs and maybe like 360, 370 at bats. And I was like, you know what? He's going to get some time at DH with the Rangers. He still keeps the catcher eligibility. If he gets 500 at bats for me playing DH and catcher in the season, I'm good. I'm going to get a good 30 something home runs. And I thought it would be a sneaky keeper. And then Mitch Garver proceeded to have
Oh no.
quite a disappointing season.
Oh man, Mitch
I,
Carver.
I'll say this, I held on to him for a very long time, thinking like, no, this can't
Something will
be
happen. Yeah.
right. Like he's got to snap out of it, and
Yeah.
he didn't. But he did
Oh.
play for both of these teams, so
I like that. We haven't thrown Mitch Garver on a grid, I don't think, and we've thrown all the other guys. I think it's a good shout.
slightly uninspiring, if but in terms of the fantasy return, but also he cost me
Yeah.
nothing. He was a 24th round keeper,
Oh
and
yeah,
so
go for it.
it was
You
a
gotta take the
right.
chance on it. Yeah.
So okay, Mitch Garver, 3%.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. Um, all right. I'm sure you got some Mets guys. I don't know if you want to do that now or you want to hold it a little bit.
I'm telling you, it was hard for me not to wear a Mets hat on this grid, but I wanted to mix it up because well, here's the thing. Once we get in season, I'm not wearing another team's hat. I
Oh
can't do it
yeah, have
because,
to. Yeah.
but we're early here. So, let's go. Let's go. Let's save only one team because that's going to be a fun
Yeah.
one. Do you want to do? White Sox sub 3 ERA season, work our way up, and
Yeah,
then
it
okay.
works.
Um, now we just talked about Gregory Santos. Do you know if he actually had an ERA under 3 with the White Sox? I
Oof.
know he had like some injury issues, and there was a point where I think when they started trading like all of their bullpen arms, he was one of the guys who was still left, and they were looking at
Yeah.
him as a potential, eventually a closer.
I don't know with any like certainty.
Okay,
We've used like Aaron Bummer here before, I think. I think we've maybe had this box on a different grid, or we've talked about the White Sox bullpen at least, because
right,
I
we
know like
have.
Kopech is an option, maybe, although he had like up and down times with the White Sox struggle with walks. So I wouldn't, I
Yeah,
mean, I think he probably fits it, but I don't know. There is a guy I'm thinking of. This is a little bit of a throwback, not in terms of the player, but you and I did that grid-worthy stats episode a while back
yeah,
after
yeah,
the
yeah.
close of the season in 2024, I think,
Yes.
and basically like tried to call out some guys who, became grid-worthy because they reached the threshold. Danny Mendick is one of those position players who I'm almost positive. I'm sure that he had a sub three ERA because he was. I mean, he's got a funny name, right? We can at least say that. And I remember that he was sub three ERA
It's a
for the White
memorable one.
Sox.
Yeah,
It's a
okay.
memorable
I'm done.
name.
I think I actually think you mentioned him on one of our recent grids
Yeah,
when we were doing the Cubs White Sox box. I think
I
you said
think
Danny
because I
Mendick,
think I thought
but
he
you were
played for both of them, but I wasn't sure.
and then maybe you were thinking it was Nick Madrigal.
Yeah,
Either
that's
way,
exactly right.
right. So
But
that's
Danny
yeah,
Mendick, he was one of those position players who got in for the White Sox and did not absolutely tank. So
let's do it.
he works.
Danny Mendick, 0.04
There we go.
percent
Nice.
hidden gem.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Phew. All right.
So
Uh
Twins,
yeah.
White Sox. Oh no, this is not Twins sub 3. I had one for Twins sub 3.
Oh
I
man.
I did this again a couple grids ago where I like kept on mixing up the categories of the
Yeah.
boxes. Twins, White Sox. So we've talked about Francisco Liriano here uh
Yep.
multiple times for I'm pretty sure this specific box. He's probably not going to be a hidden gem. I don't think he's going to be too high, although the Twins, I know he started out with the Twins um
Mm,
like right around I think it was right before um, Johan Santana got traded.
okay.
Um,
I'm trying to think if this is an Octavio Dotel box, who I know is a little bit of a grid hack, but
I mean, this is a Bartolo Colon box. He didn't spend
oh,
that long. Didn't you just put up a post not that long ago? Like, known Minnesota Twin Bartolo
that's right.
Colon is ready for
That's
the spring
right.
training or something.
Yeah.
Was it the Twins or was it Texas Rangers?
I think it was
It might have
Texas
been the,
Rangers, but
yeah,
there were a bunch of guys in the comments who were just commented back that Bartolo's like their number one guy
yeah,
on Immaculate, which makes sense. It's funny, I forget to use him a lot because I think of like the obvious grid guys like Edwin Jackson
yep,
and
yep.
Rich Hill or whatever, and I forget that Bartolo's like very much a grid hack.
Oh yeah.
I I mean, I'm not upset about ever putting Bartolo on the grid.
And look, if we had not already broken the hidden gem stretch, I might be. I don't
Yeah.
even care at this point. We've
If
got
he's yeah,
three.
he's gonna be single digits, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Uh
Well, I mean, so he pitched pretty well for the White Sox though. But I
yeah.
think he was only on the Twins for a year, and I want to say it might have been was it after the Mets? It was either right before or right after the Mets, and it was no more than a season.
I also think he's lower than Liriano too. So I think Liriano to me was like a
Yeah.
name I remembered on Minnesota for sure.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not in hidden gem territory, but like Bartolo's worth it. And he's
Uh,
really active on Instagram too. Like, shout out
yeah.
Bartolo.
Let's do
Like,
Bartolo.
yeah.
The impossible has happened. 4%.
Okay,
There we go.
nice. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Man, I could watch that home run clip all day, every day.
Oh,
What a
it's the
call.
best. Yeah, it really is.
Okay.
Uh,
Mets
okay.
White Sox. Well, so we've been here before. I know that Timo Perez works here,
Oh yeah.
and he's one of those guys because he was on that 2000 World Series team that like Mets fans kind of fondly remember him, even though he wasn't like a prominent player.
Yeah.
He played for those two teams. And then you've got, I mean, Tom Seaver is another
Yeah.
like an all-time classic that fits here. I'm trying to think like I'm trying to take a Todd Frazier works here. Um,
Was I don't think this will be rare because I feel like there's a generation who like knows this and I'm guessing at it, but am I right that like one of the guys back in the Seaver deal was like Pat Zachary or something like that? I feel like my dad told me that or something. Because Seaver was a
ye
trade, right?
yes, but I think it was the Reds.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know that
Okay, no, that
Zachary.
makes sense. Yeah. So
Yeah, I want to
when there
say.
was a trade, Zachary was involved with Seaver, but not.
I think he was the
Okay.
one of the players who went back for Seaver, but I think it was with Cincinnati.
Okay.
So I don't know, and that he might have pitched for the White Sox. I'm just not sure.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like
Yeah, you mentioned Frazier. James
Frazier. Yeah,
McCann.
James McCann does work here.
But I think he'll be. I don't think he'll be like hitting gem actually.
No,
Same with like.
no, he won't be because he had before he signed with the Mets. I think he had his breakout season was with the White
Yeah,
Sox.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think so.
yeah,
He's probably going to be a little elevated. I think Timo Perez of the names that I threw so far is going to be the most rare.
yeah,
Um, I'm just trying to come up with like actually the Mets just signed Mike Talkman
yeah,
to a minor
yeah.
league deal, so but he hasn't gotten in a game yet with the Mets, so that he won't
Future
work.
Luis Robert box,
This is a
future
future.
Luis
Yep,
Angel
Luis Angel
Acuna
Acuna.
box.
Yeah, yeah,
This is like gonna have some more guesses in a bit.
yeah.
I
I'm
like
trying to.
Timo Perez. It's a good name. I mean,
Yeah,
we could sit here and probably think of someone else, but
yeah. Normally I would give it like another 30 seconds because I want to try to like find that one more guy, but I'm okay with let's go with Timo Perez.
yeah,
0.8% hidden gem.
yeah, nice. Just
All
a
right.
quick aside, because we mentioned him, I gotta say, have you followed any of the like Luis Angel Acuna stuff with Chris Getz and the Chicago White Sox? Or so
Um,
supposedly he keeps referring to Luis Angel Acuna as a switch hitter.
yeah, I saw that. And he's not.
Okay, yeah,
Yep,
which
he's
is
a
just like no offense to White
yeah.
Sox fans listening, but just absolutely peak White Sox.
Well,
Yeah,
we are where we are for a reason
yeah,
sometimes, and
yeah.
maybe he'll hit lefties
Oh,
well because he's a right-handed batter.
just incredible.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
and I say this not having any idea what most hitters are. Like
oh yeah, yeah,
if I
yeah.
know a little bit from playing starting to play MLB The Show
It's fair,
recently,
yeah.
but like when I'm
We're
looking
not
at lineups,
GMs though,
no, no,
so
no,
I
no.
mean,
That's well, that's fair.
not
That's
trying to
valid.
like
Yeah.
shots fired at the White Sox. I hope they do well, but
They'll figure out
um,
that he can't hit left-handed soon enough. I mean,
it's gonna be
like,
quick. Yeah, it'll
yeah.
probably be quick to figure it out. So,
Why is
all
this guy
right.
only hitting righty? All right.
Sub three ERA, maybe only one team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was
So,
like excited about this box to start, and now I'm like, it feels a little daunting. I'm like, you really gotta think of a guy who only
okay.
pitched. Yeah,
Okay. So the guy that I was thinking when I mixed up Twins and sub three ERA as though they were an intersecting box. I Do you remember Jorge Alcala from probably two,
yeah,
three
I
seasons
do.
ago, relievers? And the reason I remember him, this again goes back to fantasy, but the way the the preseason rankings came in, I guess like the algorithm has it adjusted to our league settings.
Yeah.
And we have a deep league, so we have like relief pitchers, we have holds, um, along with like some of your more traditional stats. And I want to say in 2022 or 2023, he had a really good season and was ranked the following season in like the top 25. And I was like, that
Oh man.
no. Like he wasn't a
Yeah.
closer, he wasn't an eighth inning setup man. He was like,
Yeah.
so but I remember Jorge Alcala had like a 1 point, I don't know, something very minuscule, 1.2, 1.4 ERA. And I think he only played for the Twins.
Yeah. That could be. My brain was trying to go to like Twins and Mariners just because I feel like for a while the Twins had like a pretty young bullpen. Mariners have a lot of young pitchers. So I was thinking like Young only had, have only been around to play with one team. If you're confident about Alcala, I think that's a good shout. The other
The
one that comes to mind for me is it's another one from those grid worthy stats, but it's Oswaldo Cabrera. because he's like a super utility guy for the Yankees.
I
Has
keep
only played for
confusing
the
him.
Yankees.
Who's the other one that is the other
Oswald
Oz
Peraza.
I okay, fair that I
Yeah,
get those names confused because
yeah,
they're
oh
almost
yeah. But
identical.
Peraza now plays for the Angels.
Right, okay.
Cabrera has still only played for the Yankees, and he had one of those sub three ERA seasons because he pitched a game and didn't let up a run. So he works, but I don't. If you're confident about Alcala, I think it's just as rare. I think.
I am not sure,
Okay.
but I know he had a lot of injuries. I can't remember him resurfacing.
Yeah.
It's possible he has. I don't. It's possible this is a biff, but I think if it's not, he'll be very low.
Let's do it. Let's
You
do
want
it.
to take the risk?
Let's go for it.
Jorge Alcala.
You got to
Wow.
get the Biff sound. It's up. You've heard it already. It
Okay.
happens. Happens.
So
So it means, I mean, he probably had the sub three. It means he probably pitched for another team, I would think. I mean,
he
we could
must
look it
have.
up after, but
Yeah, I guess
um,
because he was out of the league for, well, or I don't know, he missed at least a full season, I believe, due to injury, and I guess he must have latched on somewhere else, which good for him. Not great for our grid, but we will move on.
Twins only one team. So, uh, what's the guy's name? Edward Julian? Is that how you say his name?
Edward Julian, didn't he just get traded to
Julian.
the
Oh, did he
Rockies?
really?
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's this is
okay.
an expiring one that won't be good for too
Okay.
much longer. Yeah, I mean the
I
Twins have a
mean,
lot of guys on this list because
oh, they went through
they
that
just had that,
rebuild.
yeah, that fire sale last year. So you've got like Trevor Larnach, Matt Wallner, Brooks Lee,
Oh
all
yeah,
these
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
Royce Lewis, all of them are um Simeon Woods Richardson. Did he ever pitch for the Blue
Mm,
Jays?
that one I think he might have pitched somewhere else, but I'm not
Yeah.
positive. Of the names you just rattled off, I think Brooks Lee is a pretty good one. I mean, he's a pretty notable prospect, I guess, but
Yeah.
let's see.
Trying to think of
Right.
like if there was anybody else. Oh, well, we've used Kenny Vargas for this box before.
Okay.
But if we want to get a different name, we could go somebody
Did
like Lee or
did Caleb Thielbar, did he pitch anywhere else?
yeah, he got traded to the Cubs last year. He was actually pretty good for
Okay.
them down the stretch too.
Okay.
I think,
Just trying
but
to think
yeah,
of that back end of the bullpen with
you've
like
got you've got Cole Sands,
oh
Cody
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Funderburk. Cody Funderburk might work here.
How long is his career if you
3 seasons.
yeah, that's tough. Could be. Yeah.
I've already led us astray once. I don't
Um,
think Funderburk has pitched for anybody else, but clearly I'm
yeah.
fuzzy on the Twins pitching situation. So
I say Brooks Lee is the safer bet, and I don't think he'll be
maybe it'll be single
massively
digits, I
high. Yeah, I
think.
think so. Yeah, yeah. But I'm all right with it.
Well, okay. Do we want to just throw caution to the wind and say, we biffed once, who cares? Or do we want to
True. True. We've already
salvage
biffed once.
this?
Let's do that's a good point, actually. I think Funderburk will be definitely rarer if he only played for the Twins.
Let's test it out.
Let's give it a
Cody
go.
Funderburk. There we
There you go.
go.
Sure.
0.3%
Nice.
hidden gem.
And what a
It just
great
makes
headshot too. He's got locks, man. Like,
flowing locks. Look at that.
yeah.
Luscious mane.
Well,
Okay.
this will be like cleansing. You could do Mets one
Well, this
team.
is this
Like,
again, but this makes it worse now because this would have been such a. Oh my God. All right.
that's fine. We'll take a pinch. What's it called? A extra inning, and it's all right.
Yeah. All right. Mets
People
only
love
one
when we
team.
biff. I mean, they love to tell us we biffed. So Mets only
Yeah.
one team. That's only one team. Um, I'm just
Well,
letting you rattle here because this is your box.
I'm all
Like,
flustered now. I'm all out of sorts.
what about your guy Hardkey? Does he work here?
No, he played for the Cubs.
Oh man.
Mets and Cubs legend Jason Hartke was
Okay.
yeah. No, I mean we've talked about we've used like guys like LA Soler here.
Oh yeah, and
Ken
Takahashi.
Takahashi is a really good one,
That's
which we
gonna be
could
really good. Yeah.
go back to the well on him. Trying to come up with like, I mean, you've also got guys who have made like some of these this new crop of young guys who have made some spot stars. Brandon Sproat, right?
Yeah.
Got called up in 2025. Christian
True.
Scott
Oh yeah.
pitched a couple games. Um, I want to get like it's always fun to get a deep cut on these. Um,
Hey, but think about Ken. Think about that top row of it could be Blast Miner, Timo Perez, and Ken Takahashi.
that is, yeah,
It's a pretty good
that is
top row.
pretty good. That's a fair point. Yeah. Uh, there's also like Patrick Mazika, who is
Oh,
like their backup catcher who's been shuttled back and forth to the minors. We haven't used him. He
we haven't. Yeah,
um oh, and he hasn't even been called up for a while. Yeah, I think he'll be pretty low. That's a new name.
I like that.
I'm just so upset. I'm so upset about that, Biff. I'm gonna have to move past this. You want to go Mazika? New
I like
name on
Mazika.
Mazika?
Yeah,
Finish
yeah,
this
yeah.
out. Patrick Mazika, 0.2%. Hidden gem. Final score of 108
Okay. All
because
right.
Jorge Alcala. I want to know who he pitched for.
Yeah, we definitely got to do some recon on that.
Watch him have watch that he pitched for like the White Sox, and we could have used him in the middle.
Oh my God, that'll just make us devastated. We could use Oswaldo Cabrera here if we wanna win here.
What might
Um,
have been? Oh,
oh no.
well,
Oh well.
I'm
Stay
sad.
ordinary. That's it.
I mean, this is if there was ever a moment where stay ordinary was appropriate, biffing in a
Oh.
box where we would have had a point zero six is that moment. Okay. Well,
Well, it happens. We took a risk.
yeah. So six hidden gems and then a seventh hidden gem in the extra inning. Final score of 108.
You know what I like? It's like people, like who watch our stuff, they never think we're cheating. Like, I mean, like we were just like it's like that's not possible that we could have. Like, look at this. I mean, we biffed.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean we do play it safe a lot.
sometimes, yeah.
And this is why, because again, I'm
Oh.
gonna lose sleep over this. So upset.
Oh man.
But
Well, we've
yeah,
been doing this for 2 years, 2 years of ordinariness.
hey, yeah, our first grid in year three, and
Throwback.
this masterpiece here. Yeah, oh yeah,
Oh man.
this is go back, take us right back to the beginning. But hey, this is Maddox too, right? Maddox. We
Duh.
haven't had one of those in a while, which if you're new to the channel, it's oh no, wait,
No,
it's
it's an
not a Maddox.
ordinary,
It's
it's
not
an
even a Maddox.
ordinary effort.
Oh,
It's fitting, man.
oh
We started this
no.
channel to be ordinary. We gave you an
Oh,
ordinary effort grid,
yep.
just
This
over
might
a
have
hundred.
this might as well have been year one. We might as well this might have been well
We've learned nothing.
yeah.
Well, if you watch this long, follow along, hit the subscribe.
Yeah,
Mike knows where to find us.
the YouTube channel is approaching a small milestone, so if you would be so gracious as to give us a subscribe on YouTube, that would be fantastic. Follow us on Instagram and Blue Sky at Ordinary Effort. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can check us out on podcast platforms, and vice versa. If you're listening to this in the car, we're on YouTube. Look at the expressions on our faces when we mess up and biff the grid.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, stay ordinary.
yeah, stay ordinary.